ASMR. Today we're going to be doing another comic haul video, and I got a bunch of cool nostalgic collectibles as well, toys and stuff, so about midway through the haul we'll check out some of the toys and then we'll get back into the comic haul. So first off, I want to once again say we are sponsored by Manta Sleep today. Manta Sleep makes these incredible sleep masks that block out 100% of the light because of these nice little eye cups here that are removable and adjustable, as well as the strap in the back. Super soft and comfortable. They do have a thicker model for side sleepers as well. They have other versions of the masks too. They have ones where you can heat these up and cool them down as well. They even have weighted masks to help with those who have anxiety. So, really cool. They're a great company. And if you want to go to mantasleep.com, you can click the link below. It will get you there through my channel. And then if you order, use the code COMIC for 10% off your order, and that'll help my channel too. Thanks so much. So let's get on to the video. First off, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 7. And I got a few Spideys here, so I'll just show off all of them. Here's 8. Same creative team on all these here. And number 9. So, out of all these, I'd certainly say I love cover number 7 the best. It almost looks like when you see those kind of vanity portraits of people. I think that's probably what they were going for there, a little bit maybe. But I'll show off the inside of number 7, since it's the same art in all of them. So yeah, I've been liking the story for the most part. It's been pretty entertaining. The main complaint that, everyone else has, leave Peter and MJ alone. But as far as like seeing the Rogues Gallery type of stuff, it's been fun. Just did a whole thing with Tombstone where basically Spider-Man inadvertently did his job for him. Was sending a message to a warring gang. And they're like, hey, were you involved with that? And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And so, yeah, he more or less manipulated Peter. After Peter was in super rough shape, I might add. But, yeah, I'm liking all the aspects of the presentation of the book right now. Just really looking forward to continuing to read it. Then we have Judgment Day number 2. This nice celestial on there. And we have number 3. Yes, let's see, I think that's Brooks' cover on there. And then we have a number 4 as well. Heavily involved with the Celestials in this arc. I just read the first one, so it'll be interesting to see what's been going on. And then I got this very cool variant for issue number 4. Nice classy cap image there. So I will show off issue number 4's inside. I believe it's all the same creative talent. Yes, it is. Because that's the thing, I try to give you a taste of the art. So you know if you want to buy it based upon that. So, well, let's check this out together. So that's opening looking pretty serious there. I have no clue what's going on, as you know. Like I said, I haven't read any of these other issues. But it's Avengers versus X-Men versus the Eternals. basically the Eternals are not a fan of what the X-Men have been doing, bringing people back. You know, there's certain universal checks and balances here, and I think that's why they have gotten involved. Alright, next we have, this is the conclusion to Twig. This is number 5. This horrifying Peach Momoko cover. Which, yeah, this is what she does. She excels in this weird horror type stuff. But yeah, I absolutely love Twig. It's not like anything. It's certainly not like a regular superhero book, obviously. It's just so fun. Like, the visuals are just so bright and interesting to look at. Very cartoony, but there's definitely a sense of like impending doom and stuff conveyed very well. The colorist here is incredible. Everything about it, I just absolutely love this series. And there'll probably be another volume to it. Image typically just works through volumes, and if a series is good, they continue it. So, but I think this will continue, hopefully. But it's funny because there's, like I said, if I had an endless budget, I would certainly be buying more, just kind of all over the place, things like Image and stuff. But Twig was one of those opportunities where I said, yeah, no, I'll do it. I just couldn't help myself with that one. Alright, next we have Judgment Day. Not Judgment Day, this is X-Men number 13. The Judgment Day tie-in. So I suspect this will be kind of like footnotes between. That's typically how it works, And I was like, well, since I'm already following X-Men, I kind of have to follow that Judgment Day storyline, or none of this is gonna make any sense. So that gets you a taste there. So this is number 13, and I think I've got 14 right beside it. But it's the same creative team, so I will not show the insides of this one. Alright, next we have, this is Immortal X-Men number 6. I like this cover a lot, by the way. That's really cool. I'm impressed whenever they're like able to like elevate stuff with like the lighting effects and things like that. Just looks so good. So, yeah, this is a tie-in as well, I believe, right? Yeah. So this deals with the more political side of the X-Men. You got a voting, talking straight up political. There's a voting thing in there. The art is great, though. This is really nice to look at. Very, like, flowing. Look at the cape on her. So good. Ah, here we go. Some mystique action here. So that's 6. I think I've got 7 right behind it too. I do not. Never mind. So this is the Image celebration thing and anniversary anthology. So this is number 5. And these are like, it's a sampler of talent who's at Image. And some of it's like with brand new characters, but then some of it is, people that you know. stories that you know. But yeah, it's just cool in general. Nice little overview. It almost looks very X-Men like there. Oh yeah, I think that's totally what they're going for. But yeah, I just love like all the different art styles they're able to show off at Image. Granted, quite a few of them find their way in to the big two now. But still, you know, there's definitely this air of, you know, Image is something different than what you typically find in a comic book. I don't even want to show the rest of that page. It's oh man. That particular story is really, really jarring. That particular story was really jarring, so I don't want to show off any more of that one. And this goes all the way through the end of the year, I believe. Which, if it does, you were a little late, because it's August. I don't know if there's going to do a full one for each month. Because if so, this should be issue number 8 and not 5. And only $6 too, that's crazy. Because, you know, this is a big square bound, at least 100 pages. Cardboard cover there. Let's do a nice, I'll just do a general trace of the 5. Or I could do each one, it's big enough. Do this piece yet. There you go. There. And then, of course, we have a personal favorite of mine from this haul. This is the Lee Bermejo Dear Detective book. And so, surprisingly, yeah, in the past, Leah said, hey, I actually did these images to kind of tell a story here. But what he's done is there's actually like straight up, like a crazed guy is writing to Batman. And what's cool is as you're reading it, there's kind of like some of the letters don't fit in the right spots. But at the end, it's signed in a way where you have to go back and look at the areas where the lettering was off to see who wrote Batman the letter. So I thought that was a really cool concept. But yeah, this is great because this collects pretty much most of his cover run Outlook specifically. Because there is quite a few covers to that story, to his arc. I don't, did he do 50? I don't know. It seemed like he was doing it for a long time though. So, I know I've got kind of the glare is not respecting the thing. I don't want to bend the spine on this either, since it's a bigger book. But yeah, see, like the scared has like this little hourglass thing here. So in the end, you'll see like a name sign, but it's like all in symbols. And so like I believe that's one of them in particular. You have to go back and say, okay, this substituted for the letter C, and then you get to find out who wrote the Batman. But I thought it was a really neat idea that they decided to do that with the letter and stuff, because the book could have very easily just been its own thing with the images. But speaking of deals, this is only an $8 book too. This could have easily been $15 or something. It's, quality work. Very well done. So, and I actually have most of these covers. I think the only one I didn't have was this one where he's like punching out the Joker with the fire, which is an awesome, awesome cover. I think that's the only one I didn't have. For whatever reason, the shop didn't get that one, unfortunately. The shop got in a collector's collection they were selling off. I don't know how they did it or whatever, but so there's all sorts of just miscellaneous things, and there's still a ton more. So hopefully when I go back next time, I might be able to get a few more items. But we got the McDonald's Batman Returns Happy Meal toys. So, but it's the full set of them there. So there's the Batman one in there. He's kind of looking the wrong way. And then there's the Catwoman. There's the bag. And then the Batmobile, which unfortunately didn't have its original baggie, but yeah, I'll open all these up and play with them at a later time. They're a bit squeaky, or I would, probably just show them off and play with them right here for you guys. But me personally, as a kid, I used to have the Penguin one, and I had the Batman one, but I did not get them when they came out. I guess they were recalled because the movie was pretty hardcore, and so parents were upset that the kids' meal toys were for this movie that was pretty dark. So, I mean, like I said, Batman Returns got Batman banned in my house, so I was one of those kids with overprotective parents. But later on, my school had like a garage sale, and that's where I got the Penguin and the Batman from, and I just never had these two others. So, but yeah, they're pretty cool. So the Penguin one, he's got this little spinning, hypnotizing umbrella on there when he goes across the table, that spins. And then this Batman, he's got a push down on him and just makes him, quickly shoot across the table. I think the Catwoman, you just move it and then the tail moves on there. And then the Batmobile's got like a button here that shoots this front part of the Batmobile off. So that's pretty neat. But yeah, pretty basic, but definitely I had a lot of fun with those when I was a kid. So nice little nostalgic beat. So I've got some more nostalgia as well. So this was a figure I never had but always wanted. So this is the Toy Biz Venom with the slime. Yeah, so I never saw this in a normal store. I did see it in a comic shop a few times, but they had it marked up at something crazy. So, but yeah, there's like a thing in the back here where you can put the ooze in him and it'll come out his chest. And I thought it was funny. There's actually an 800 number here to order more ooze. So it's like they couldn't sell it in the store for whatever reason, but you could call up their number and get your own Venom ooze. And I think it's interesting they don't show any of the other figures on the back of this box. I think probably just with the blurb here, maybe they couldn't fit it. But pretty interesting. But yeah, they always had all these little random, the Spider-Man dragster and all this type of stuff. Back when like action figures really didn't need to make sense. Now I did own the Hulk, but I owned him much later. I owned him like in '94, so I bought him at a Kmart. So it was like the third or so wave of them probably. But yeah, I always loved how all these toys, they have like the painted like classy looking image of them, and then like even the cardboard backing, they've got like panels from that character specific comic. You can kind of see the Hulk's leg there. And then yeah, here's like the classic rundown here. So a lot of great characters, and I loved how they would promote the comics here. I think they need to do this again. I would love to see them truthfully just straight up with like, you know, their current DC and Marvel figures like through McFarlane and all that. They should put in little like subscription bonuses. Like there's still tons of people who have no clue comics are still being made because they used to be everywhere and now they're not, you know. But they could really easily self-promote their publishing. It's like they don't care, it seems. It's really strange. Because, I mean, they could easily, like, put a blurb before, like, the movies and stuff, too, or, you know, something, but they don't ever. But that's the Hulk one. And then these ones were actually, more or less our Christmas of 1990 experience here. So the Dr. Octopus, he's so bright and funny looking. The Dr. Octopus was given to my younger brother. And, yeah, he was fun. He's got the little suction cups that make him stick to the windows. We'd always, like, bring him in the car and have him on there and stuff. And then my oldest brother, he got the Doctor Doom. And look at that, it's unpunched, too. So that's pretty cool. And then my oldest brother also got the Spider-Man. Yeah, same thing, unpunched. So that's kind of rough because I want to hang these actually above my bed with my current Toy Biz figure, which is the Captain America, which is what I got for that Christmas in 1990. So, pretty awesome. At the comic shop, they had all these figures here, but those ones specifically I wanted to get because they, you know, they were literally the ones we used to have, and probably our favorites amongst these. Granted, I like Daredevil, and I like all these guys too, but I just had to narrow it down. But they weren't selling for too bad. They had them all at like 25 a piece. So I couldn't pass it up. They also have like X-Men ones over there, but they're a bit pricier, so that's why I didn't get them. And then they have the whole Batman animated ones there too, so I don't know if I'll be able to go back and get them or not. The owner there, he was saying that they'd been there for like a week so far, so hopefully no one else will want them as much as I want them, but I doubt that. I mean, these are pretty great figures. So, but just so glad to have them in my collection again. And these are in great shape, and you know, I was able to support my local shop as opposed to just getting off of eBay or whichever, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but it was cool that I could do that. Now we have moved on to the black box. So first we have X-Men 92, number 5. I believe this is the last part of this story. So yeah, it's House of X meets the X-Men cartoon. We see Nimrod there. Always a intense character. There's our... I love that. It's on like the old Windows thing. But yeah, no, this looks awesome. I always liked Nimrod a bit too much when I was a kid. I don't know why. Probably just because he was such a big threat. And we have Predator number 2. And yeah, this is the story of a girl who's basically her entire family got killed by predators, and she's like the last survivor. And she's still just trying to survive and take on these predators as well, and the conditions aren't great. So yeah, the series just started, so if you don't have number 1, you should be able to find it and get it pretty easily, I would imagine. Then we have Alien at number 1, so I think this just starts a brand new story arc here. Because you know how Marvel does it, there is like, oh, new number 1s. I think they finally switched artists, though. Yes, they did. Okay, so I really like the previous artist. So we'll see how this artist does. It'll probably be okay. I don't want to show the next page. Someone's gets cut in half in a really rough way. So I do try to make it a relaxing show here, so as relaxing as it can be with comics, but I really don't want to show gore if I can help it. Because if someone's trying to sleep and they see that, that's not too great. Oh, this is a full-on. I saw this solicited and showed like a long image. And so this is why it's actually a full, like, sewer scene with Batman. You can't really see it too well with the light. It's just like a big old sewer image here. But yeah, nice cardstock cover. So yeah, this story is about a character called Failsafe. It's like a Batman robot, more or less, as from what I've gathered so far. So this is a story by Chip Zdarsky and Jorge Jimenez. And I think this is a flashback. Yeah, because now Bruce is in his Zurin R outfit, which basically he takes on a whole different character here, Batman of Zurin R. So I'm trying to remember if it was straight up a Morrison idea or not, but it's like Batman has a mental failsafe. So it's like when he can't continue, this version of him takes over. So it's a bit strange. I don't really get the full premise behind it, other just to create another layer of protection, more or less. But yeah, this is failsafe here. See? And next we have Batman vs. Robin, number 1. Nice Fabok cover there. So yeah, Robin's standalone series is technically ended. And so this is the placeholder until the Tim Drake Robin series starts. And yeah, so Damian finds the holding for the demon that has been fought in the World's Strongest or World's Finest. Yeah, I think it's World's Finest that Mark Waid has been writing. Damian stumbles upon that cave and finds that demon god, and then I'm assuming gets manipulated by it to fight his dad. That's my understanding of it anyway. Alfred Central story here. So here's all of our talent here. And yeah, unfortunately this time, Urban Legends, a lot of it is just like stuff you would usually find as like backup stories. So I'm not super impressed by it. And then there's like this standalone Outsider story in here, which I'm not a big Outsiders fan. So this is an interesting one. I don't know either of these artists, but this looks like a grittier Batman story here. Getting some Melee vibes from it a little bit. Which is good because I like Alex Melee. And then yeah, here's that Alfred story. But yeah, Chris Burnham's a great guy. Every time I've met him, he's just been really nice and personable. So naturally, anytime I see his work, I'm pretty happy. And there's another story in here that involves Killer Croc. Okay, so it looks like that Killer Croc story is the last one in there. I thought I saw something with there being a Two-Face. Oh, I see Two-Face there. Oh, it's like a super small Two-Face story. So it's like a few pages. Okay. I was about to get excited. I like Two-Face a lot, so. Next we have the Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths #4. Nice Dotson Wonder Woman cover variant. Just love the energy there, that punch on that Doomsday. So previously, not a lot I feel has really happened. They've just kind of acknowledged, that the heroes are gone, all the classic ones, and like Superman's son is trying to rally a new team, and then Black Adam's like, this is a terrible idea. Nothing has happened. But once again, talking to the manager of the shop, he's like, yeah, something happens in this one, so I don't know what it is. But I look forward to seeing a progression, because right now I feel like we really haven't seen a ton of movement in the story, which is crazy because, we had 3 previous issues that felt like it could have been done in one. I love that Punchline's a part of this too now, randomly. And we have Turtles #132. Nice little Vision Quest type of feeling. And it's been going, the previous one was like this too, where they're just kind of confronting their fears in the woods. And that's been really cool. But yeah, I look forward to seeing how everything progresses. I feel like the Turtles now is kind of getting back on track, The whole Battle of the Bands thing was kind of a misstep, but I feel they're in a good spot now. And we have King Spawn #14. And yeah, so just look at, I love the grittiness. Like the grittiness of it, the darkness of it. Like when I was first buying Spawn, a lot of it reflected kind of that, you know, it was a lot more serious and didn't really feel like a superhero book. So I know he's kind of trying to like re-cater with the regular ongoing Spawn to that crowd. But this right here, this is like the kind of art I love to see when I read Spawn. It's just kind of this dark, creepy, you know, style. So yeah, I would say that King Spawn is definitely the most intense out of the series right now, and easily my favorite of the spin-off books. So if you're not getting King Spawn, I don't know what you're waiting for. Maybe a trade collection, which is coming. I think the first one's coming soon. And then we have Spawn 333. I love all the green accent on this one. Oh, very cool all the way through. Halfway to the mark of the beast, it says in the corner there. So yeah, this is more the, you know, superhero-y side of it, see? Which is fine, but yeah, I love, like I said, I like the darker Spawn. I liked, you know, the initial when Todd was doing it, just because it's Todd, you know. Without him, none of this would have been a thing. You know, and he still continues to write it, which is awesome. So he's been involved with the process every step of the way in that aspect. I'm actually going to show just that part of this next page. I think I saw the next page. Oh yeah, that's a cool image there. Alright, well I think that's gonna do it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. And as always, you all have a super slumber